All right, so before we moved, we did more of a basic arm drag. Now we're going to be working more of a dynamic arm drag, which is what I recommend doing in your main strategy in your open guard series. Okay, we'll kind of tie all these grips together. For right now, let's get to it. Okay, so we're into here. We're always going to start with a 2-on-1 wrist. Again, we got to think about where the weakness of a grip is. It's always going to be to the opening of a hand. So that's why we're always going 2-on-1. Okay, because if I have the strongest grip in the world, Joel can still break out of it through this direction. Okay, so that's why I reinforce it with another grip here. Okay, and when he goes to pull that direction, now it meets the strength of my other grip. Okay, what we do with our arms here is we're going to pinch our elbows into our sides. If your arm is away from your body, when he goes to yank, my arms come with him. Now when he goes to yank, my whole body comes with him. So it's harder to pull out, okay? So even when he stands and he's pulling me here, he's going to drag me with him, and I can use that against him. Okay, everything I can use. All right, so over the next couple videos, we're going to be working 2-on-1 elbow grips, okay? We're going to be working the arm drag, which is taking the inside of the grip here and going up deep into the arm as possible, okay? And we're not just going to be working our basic arm drag as we did prior. We're going to be forcing an elevation here, which is going to open up our options. So elbows pinched, nice and tight. He's still strong here because he has his elbow, okay? We take that strength away as soon as we grab that elbow and take it out of alignment. So I don't want to just grab it here, because as you see, he can still pull it. We're grabbing and we're pulling into here. And we're not just going to use our arms to pull him in. I'm going to scoot my butt in under his hips as close as possible. And I'm going to pull this grip on me, on top of me, as I'm leaning back. So if I break it down into sections, 1, 2, 3, okay? Make it more dynamic. It's going to be here, okay? We want to pull them all the way to chest. When we're doing this live, it's probably not going to work this way every single time, but this is what we're aiming for every single time. If we're able to get him chest to chest and he's staying low, I'm going to let go of the armpit and tricep area. I'm going to pummel through for an underhook on the other side. I'm going to let go of his wrist here, and I'm going to make connection with my hand. So we have an over-under grip. Over, under. Gripping here. You can do S grip, cable grip, whatever feels best, okay? First sweep is if they stay low in this position, okay? All we essentially do is we lift with both of our hooks, look towards the direction that we need to go, and we look to come to the top position here, okay? So that's your very basic sweep. Do that one more time. Here, here, to the top position, okay? For Joel to stop that, all he has to do is lift his hips, okay, and open his base out. And as you see, that doesn't necessarily work. If this is the case, I'm going to start to look towards the direction that my underhooking arm is pointing. I'm going to start to lift with that same side hook, and his weight is probably, if he continues to not move his feet, he's going to get swept. But if his base is open, he's most likely going to move his feet, and we just land in a high underhook position. From here, I'm not stopping here. I'm keeping his head pinched nice and low, pushing my foot off of the mat and getting the high underhook sweep, or kicking out the far leg in whatever way possible. If you can get his foot, great. We're kicking, scraping, coming to the top. If his leg is a little bit further back, it's going to be harder to get that, but we can go to the knee. Come to the top. Or you can just invert the bottom knee. It's going to be preference when it comes to that. Okay? So that's what we're looking for every single time when we get to here. Getting chest to chest in here, okay? But what if he starts to stand in this position before I get that over-under positioning? Whenever they stand, we go towards the legs, okay? So if he steps up with the near side leg, I'm gonna grab the back of his knee, I'm gonna kick this leg straight through, I'm gonna let go of the tricep, push on the arm, pull myself closer to this body, and then we get into our X guard positioning here. And we're gonna be doing the same techniques as we did before, never letting them stay straight up. We're gonna kick them, look in this direction, look to shelf the leg, and now we can attack the legs or wrestle up, okay? You can enter either leg with that grip. So here, he goes to step up, it's the opposite leg. This time, instead of, if it's the far leg, instead of grabbing the knee here, I'm gonna get a scoop grip, okay? We're gonna pummel through, get a cross lat post, kick him away, land in the X guard positioning, continue to push him until we can build up and wrestle up, or start to attack leg locks over our arm. Okay? And lastly is if we're having a hard time getting into this position because he's pulling back way too much. Okay, so if you get this grip and you really feel them pulling back, we can use this as kind of like a rope to pull ourselves up. Okay, I'm gonna bring the same side leg of the arm that I'm attacking into my butt. I'm gonna pull myself, continue to pull back. I'm gonna pull myself up and heist and get shoulder to chest connection. I'm gonna let go of the elbow, tricep, pummel for an underhook on the far side. Next, I'm going for either a knee tap or preferably an ankle grab, okay? And I'm not gonna push him straight back so where he rolls over his knees. I'm gonna push him down over to the side here, okay? That's if your timing is great. Most likely when you get to here, he's gonna be pushing back, and then we land back in our high hook position. Use that to sweep to the top, okay? We're gonna connect this with the 2-on-1 elbow next video. The combination of the two is really gonna help you out.
Okay.
All right, so one thing that we forgot to add into the last video, or the current video, is how it ties in with the basic arm drag. Okay, so we're still, every time that we're looking to elevate our opponent, we're looking to get them chest to chest, but that's not gonna happen that way every single time, okay? So we look to pull them in, and either during this process, he started shifting his weight down towards my legs, or I just wasn't able to fully pull him here. As you see, if we try to pummel for the underhook, it's too far away now, okay? So what we're actually gonna do is we're gonna forward shift them with this grip and then go to the basic arm drag. So we're here, we tried to pull them in nice and tight. I'm not gonna kick straight back because that's just gonna go right to his feet. I'm gonna kick towards the opposite hip, okay? So I'm kicking here, and as I'm kicking, that's when we're looking to drag in here, okay? And then we're looking to do all of our prior techniques that we did before. So again, here, arm drag, looking to get chest to chest, just didn't get there. Not kicking straight back, not that way, opposite hip, and drag during that process. Drag while you were kicking them forward, and turn the angle and look the same direction as your opponent. And then from here, we're looking to come to the top, or if they pressure into us, we do all of our prior stuff that we did before.